Students, this is a chart to help you gain some understanding of the different ways that you could use to find a confidence interval for a population mean. It's actually really a great summary. So let's take a look. First of all, it has to do with the data that we're given. Do we know the standard deviation of the population? If we know the standard deviation of the population, then is n greater than 30? Remember, that's a special number. If n is greater than 30, then we could just do a regular use the z method or z confidence interval procedure, okay? Now, if we, again, know the population standard deviation and n is not greater than 30, okay, so this will be yes it is and no it's not, then we have to ask ourselves, is the population approximately normal distributed, okay? Does it have a normal distribution shape to it? Again, if it does, then yes, we could use that z-test, okay, or the z-method, okay? Now, what if it doesn't? Okay, well, if it's less than 30 and it doesn't have a normal distribution, we're going to have to use an advanced procedure, okay, which we're not going to talk about in this course, okay? So keep that in mind. Now let's go back to our chart again at the beginning. Now, what if we don't know the standard deviation of the population? You know, that is probably true in a lot of cases. So here it was, yes, we did know it. Now we do not know it, okay? Well, let's see. First of all, let's consider, is n greater than 30? If n is greater than 30, then remember we have another way to do our inferential statistics, and that is using the t-method. Okay, in other words, we're going to use the t-values and approximating that standard error of the mean, and that will help us. So remember, that's different for your different n values. But if n is greater than 30, we're going to use the t-method. Now, what if n is not greater than 30? Well, that's a good question, and that happens a lot. Now we have to ask our question, is the information coming from a population that is normally distributed? That is a very good question. And if we can answer that question yes, if it's true, and that's yes, then we could use the t-method. Okay, and again, it's the t-confidence interval method. What if it's not? Okay, what does that mean? If I don't know the population standard deviation and n is less than 30 and it's not normally distributed, well, there's an advanced procedure. There's some other ways that we could try to get an answer, but we're going to leave that to a course in the future. So hopefully this diagram helps you. Remember, I know the standard deviation of the population, I don't. So I hope that is profitable for you.